What is wrong with me? I don't know, okay? That's the first question that I ask myself. Did y'all miss me? Because I missed y'all. Hi, y'all. It's Zoe, and I'm back. Yeah. Today is the 30th of March, which means time for a reading wrap-up. There's a day left of March, which means I can read more, and I will read more. But today's a Sunday, and this week I ain't gonna have time. I got a lot of quizzes and tests this week. So, we're doing this today. So, how do I state this? I read a lot. I started in a slump. I'm just gonna say that. I started in a slump. And then I found a book. And then I was like, I'm gonna read this book. Then I found out it's of the next generation. And I was like, I need this background. I need to read about these parents. I devoured those parents' books. And then I read about their parents. And then I tried to read other books, and then I was like, those don't sound good. So I skipped to the books I originally wanted to read. So those are what I'm reading right now. But let's not skip to that part yet. I did buy books. So that was nice. I had a gift card to Barnes & Noble's. Hey, we loved. And so let me tell you the books I bought. I read 2 of them. I devoured 2 of them and then started the series of one of them. The other got me in a slump. Let's just say that. Okay, so my phone's kind of dead, so I can't really show you my Fable at all, but I'm gonna kind of pull it up so I can, talk about this in order. So, I got the books. If you watched my shorts, you should know what books I got. The first book I read this month was The Charlie Method by Elle Kennedy. This is the 3rd book in the Campus Diaries series, and if you don't know me, I love this series. I eat it up. I read so many books of hers in February, and I ate this up. I loved this. This was so good. The Dixon Rule is definitely better. Well, no, I can't really compare them. I rate this a 4.5. I rate the other 2 like 4.75 and 5. This is an amazing series. I love it so much. It's about a girl named Charlie or Charlotte. Charlie is her alter ego where she rides cars and hooks up with people. While Charlotte is the goody two shoes, marine bio. I forgot what she studies, but she's a STEM student. She's the goody two shoes STEM student. This is a thick book. I devoured this in a day. Yeah. The book I read afterwards was a school book. Yeah. I did well on the test for that, though, so that was good. I didn't have to write a paper for it, so that was good. Oh my god, I hate writing about papers. We just read The Tempest in English, and I have to write a paper for that. Yeah. I didn't add that to my wrap-up, but if you want me to, I can, and here I am talking about it. Okay, the next book I read was The Naturals by Jennifer Lynn Barnes. I love Jennifer Lynn Barnes. I've read the first 4 books in the Inheritance Games. I own the first 3. I need to read the rest. I just haven't. I need to. But The Naturals is about a group of kids who are naturals. They have their mind just works differently, and they're able to solve things that normal people can't. That's basically how I can describe it. I ate this book up on the plane, and while I was on the plane, I read the 2nd book as well. So I've devoured the first 2 books. And yeah, let's just say I have no recollection of Killer Instinct. Also, wait, I just remembered the plot twist from the book. This is why you talk about books, because you just remember things. The plot twist in this book. What the hell? This is what I was thinking. This just made me think of another plot twist from another book. I was just. I love reading. This feeling of from March 6th to the 22nd, the only book I was reading was this one, Once Upon a Broken Heart. I love this book, and I was rereading it so that I could read this book, which I bought. I've been in a slump because of this book. I don't know how many pages in it. I did Yell at Me by Dog-Eared. I was at 28. I was just like, I was kind of done with it. I wanted to move on to this one, but I didn't because I had forgotten everything in this one. And I was like, I don't really want to read you anymore. This is like the same thing that happened to me in Assassin's Blade. I need to like not reread stuff unless I like actually feel like it. But yeah, I couldn't finish this one. So this was a DNF because it kind of slumped me. But I'll come back around to it. You might see it in April. But those are the books I read that are actual physical books. The rest of the books I read are PDFs that I downloaded from a secret website, aka Ocean Up PDF. Check them out. Yeah. I read a lot of books. I read a lot of books. I read 17 books in March. And you've only seen 4 of them. And the 13 books that you haven't seen yet were all PDFs. And I started reading them on the 22nd of March. It's currently the 30th. What is wrong with me? I don't know, okay? That's the first question that I ask myself. I have been downloading from a PDF onto my school iPad that the administration, they can look at my iPad and find out what's on my iPad. I'm a little obsessed. I don't know what Rena Kent is doing to me, but Rena Kent, what are you doing to me? Oh my god. It was amazing though. Such a fun ride. But, oh, I haven't read 13 books by her. I've read 12. Sorry. I miscounted. Oh, one of the books I DNF'd. Yeah, so we'll get to that. So, let's dive into this. Let's dive into this, okay. Let me pull up some stuff on Fable first. Follow me on Fable, please follow me on Fable. You don't need to, but let's be friends. I want to talk to y'all, or stalk y'all. I want to see what y'all read. And don't you want to see what I read? Well, then again, you see it here, but like, same thing. Okay, so, the first book that I read was Cruel King. Cruel King was really good. It's about Astrid and Levi. Can I explain what it's about? No. Astrid's a goody two-shoes, and then Levi's the captain of the soccer team who wants to be a professional soccer player. Football player. But his uncle, who's kind of scary, doesn't want him to. Yeah. I read that at 4.5. That was a really good book. Good book. I read that. My review was made a week ago. Afterwards, I read Development King, which is Elsa and Aiden. Aiden is Levi's cousin. What in the world? I loved that. I rated that a 4 though. I said OMG in my like things. I can't explain what's going through my head. I'm sorry. I'm thinking for April, whenever I finish a book, I'm gonna like record myself and I'm gonna be like, what in the world? Also, if I'm like not looking at y'all, I kind of have like a mirror behind y'all. Wait, I can kind of show you. I have like a mirror, see? So that I'm like watching myself. So it's like if I do a stupid thing, I can just be like, I see you. Even though I can kind of like watch myself from this iPad. I don't know what I'm doing. And then I read Steel Princess. I rated that 5 stars. Wow. I have no words. That was really good. I think I read all 3 of those books on the same day. I'm not gonna talk about that. And we have Twisted Kingdom. I also rated that at 5 stars. I also love that a lot. I never knew I needed a morally black character in my life. Like, Elsa did annoy me in other books. Like, I liked her in her book. But from the perspective of other people, especially Silver's book, I didn't like her as much. That's my one thing about Elsa. It's also I know an Elsa, so it's like I'm in my head with that Elsa. But yeah. Just how I see her worse in the other books than I do in her book. Okay, so I look really pale on the screen, and then I look really tan in the mirror. This is like messing me up. I'm sorry. Okay, then the next one I read was Black Knight. I rated a 4.5. No, a 4.75, sorry. It was good. No thoughts. Yeah. I kind of had like that big twist spoiled to me about how they're kind of related but not related. So I was like, eh. That's still a good book. I'd read it again. That's kind of how I rate it. Would I read it again or not? Vicious Prince. Oh, okay, now I remember. Vicious Prince is about Teal and Rowan. His name's so close to Rowan, and I know a Rowan, and so he's Rowan in my mind. But I said I didn't really like the first 100 pages of this book, of the first 100 pages, because I wish they were enemies a little bit longer than they were, because it just really felt rushed, because it was like 80 pages in and they were already like, it was like, I came here for the banter, and it had the banter, okay, but it just felt really, really rushed. But the last 20 pages, what the Teal and the father, what the fuck? Like, that whole last bit about, like, Teal kind of getting a revenge, that made the whole book worth it. I'm sorry, that made the whole book worth it. That was chef's kiss. I loved that part. I rated it a 4 just because of the first part, but that ending, that really helped it. I'm sorry. Ruthless Empire was my favorite book. I don't know what happened to me. I've never read a step-sibling romance before, but what the hell was that? That was my favorite. Hands down my favorite. I love Silver. I'm a diehard Cole person now. And the twist, the doll master. I need to get back into reading mysteries. Like, what was that at the end? Just what? My draw was on the floor. In my little thing, I wrote, Fable's not working, 1 second. This is the best one of the series, and I said, my draw dropped in the best way possible. That was such a good book. Hands down, I recommend y'all read it. If y'all don't go read it, y'all need to go read it. Like, even just reading that one. And Cole really is a petty little bitch. Okay, then I read Reign of the King. That was a 3.5. It was good. It's about Jonathan and Aurora. Aurora is Alicia's younger sister, and Alicia is Aiden's mother. Yeah. And then Rise of a Queen, that was just 4. I did not expect that Shadow's identity. Kind of like The Naturals. I was like, what? I didn't even know who the Shadow was. They said the guy's name, I was like, I recognize the girl, I don't know I recognize the boy. I was like, what? And then I just heard a little bit more, and I was like, oh, that's who you are. Not an important character. I actually thought it was somebody else. And if it was that somebody else, oh, that would have been a really good twist. But it wasn't, sadly. And then All the Lies duet, I read that at 2.5. my mind was so confused. I had no clue what was going on. I was like, what? I was like getting through that book because I was like, I need to read all the books so I can get to the Legacy of God series, spoiler alert. And yeah, I was like, what's going on? And I read all the truths. That was a bit better. Rated that 3 stars. I was still very confused. Very confused. And then I read Royal Elite Epilogue. I think I read like all these in one day. Yeah, I did all of their things a day ago. Yeah. Royal Elite Epilogue. I felt like I had already read everything from that, like from the other epilogues of their actual books. Yeah. Eli kissing Ava on the lips, that was funny. It's like, Enko was like, get your spawn away from my daughter. I can't with how she uses spawn. Get your filthy little spawn. Also, if you're wondering why I'm having like so much fun about this, my parents are on a walk right now, and so they're not in the house, so I like don't have to be like whispering and like making sure they don't hear me say anything, because they also don't know I have this channel. Yeah, I tried to read Thorns of Power, but I was like, I don't really care for your characters. And then I went on Pinterest and I looked at all the next books that were before The Legacy of the Gods, and I looked at their tropes because I found something. I looked at the characters. The only one that like kind of excited me was Nox and Anastasia because it's Nox, and then the Monster series. But then I looked at the tropes and I'm like, that's 3 more books, maybe 4, could be 1. And I was like, I don't care. I don't need to know about the Velkos, Sokos, Morzokos, all the Russians. I was like, it's just 3 kind of 2 characters. I'll be okay. I don't need to know their drama. And so I DNF'd on a power, and I just went on and started God of Malice, which I read yesterday. And I finished this morning. No. I finished it 13 hours ago, sorry. That was 4 stars. It was good. I know it's not going to be the best. It was really long. I didn't think it needed to be that long. The plot twist at the end, though, okay. I liked that. That was a good twist. I liked it. Had me shaking my boots. I liked that. And now I'm currently reading God of Pain, which I've started. Yeah, I've read God of Pain. I like it so far. Cretan, I need to know more of his backstory before I like start judging him, because it's like, buddy, you can't really be jealous if you like are kind of pushing her away, even though that's literally all the people I'm reading right now. Like, yeah, but he seems fine so far. I like him. I've been like searching Pinterest a lot, so like I already know a lot of spoilers, so none of the books will be fun. Yeah. I don't think I'm going to read any other books this month, but there's 1 day left. You never know. I'm probably going to finish God of Pain. I'm just going to include that in my April and May. Depends on how many things I read those months. So they'll be there. And if I finish God of Wrath, I'll put that in April too as well. I love rambling, oh my god. But I am in the future. Oh, my pants are back. Shoot, they're gonna be here soon. But I am in the future planning to do a bookshelf tour of all my books. Show you all the ones I've read, all the ones I haven't, if I plan on reading them or not. Anyways, thank you for watching today's video. I hope you all enjoyed sitting here and laughing with me while I just have fun talking to random people. I've been really antisocial this weekend, and my friend's birthday is tomorrow, and I haven't done anything for it, so I need to go do that anyway. But I love y'all. I hope y'all had an amazing March, and tell me what your favorite read of mine was this month, and what your favorite read was, because I need some reading selection. I hope y'all had a fun time watching, and remember to like and subscribe. Bye.
Don't you think like that? I will love you endlessly.